Now we are off to bale some small squares of hay. Do some small square baling. A couple years ago, my dad went and bought an old John Deere square baler. Pretty good shape for a 1950 something model, like 53 or 4 or something. Pretty old, but it's a pretty good shape. We like to keep square bales of hay around because we've got a barn that we can put sink cows in or calves in, or first calf heifers that are calving for the first time, and we've got feeders in there that you can put small squares of hay in. And so we like to keep small square bales of hay around for those purposes. We typically used to keep small square bales of Bermuda hay around, as well as some prairie. But last year we square baled some crabgrass for the first time, and it made really nice bales, works really well, and the excess that we have that we don't want, we've actually found buyers for. So we are baling some squares, some for ourselves, and we're selling the rest. We'll probably just be making about 100 for ourselves, and then I don't know how many we'll make total, probably several hundred, and the rest we're selling to some people that have goats. So I am in the John Deere 5100E, and I'm headed over to hook up to the little New Holland rake that we're going to use to rake the hay for this small square baler. Alright, here's the John Deere 5100E. We're going to hook it up to this New Holland rake. This is not our rake, we borrowed it from a friend. It's a side delivery rake. It is ground driven. You can see off of that tire there through the PTO shaft to a gearbox is what turns it, so it just runs off the ground speed, no PTO or nothing. We've never used one before. This is going to be the first time using a rake like this, but it's going to create a lot smaller windrow for us than our Citrix V rake that you see me raking our regular hay with. And you got to have real small windrows for that square baler. So we're going to give this a try. All right, we're out here in our 5 acres of crabgrass. You can see there's quite a bit out here. Looks pretty good. Feels pretty dry, cured out. Got the 5100 hooked up to this little side delivery rake. Pretty neat. It's doing a pretty good job. So I'm doing this different than how you normally use this rake. So you'd go along like this normally to the end of wherever, and you'd turn around and come down along here and rake into this windrow to make one big windrow, right? Well, this little square baler can't have very big windrows. It has to have real small windrows. And so I'm just going around and around and around. So I made this windrow, and now I'm running beside my first one, running right beside it, making the next one, and I'll just keep going around and around and around like that, and it should make nice little windrows that square baler can pick up efficiently and quickly. But square bales are slow, very slow to make, at least with our equipment. Little bitty old rake like this, you make little bitty windrows. A little bitty square baler, old one that you can't drive but a couple miles an hour. It takes forever. And then you have to got all the labor to pick them all up, stack them on a trailer, and then haul them to a barn, unload them and stack them in a barn. Needless to say, it's not my favorite job. Don't really like doing it. And I'd prefer to bale up a couple hundred, put in the barn, and just bale, square bale every 2-3 years or something. But since my dad's got people willing to buy it, kind of looks like we're going to be baling some every year. Anyways, Dad's on his way with the square baler. We'll get started baling. Well, it's 8:30 at night. We got the crabgrass baled. Baled about 300 small square bales. Sorry I didn't get much footage of that baler going, but it was trying to do a whole lot at one time. And now we've got a big storm headed our way. And so instead of trying to go ahead and bale all of it into big squares, which probably would have made like 1,000 squares, we went ahead and we're rolling it up into round bales. What's left here. But that's a wrap for the day. So, till the next video.